everyone, welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Xstreamed, Improv, Xstreamed, Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channels, and everywhere else we possibly are in the world. We got a lot to discuss today, and first things first, as always, let's hit that intro.
Welcome to the Geek Battle Zone. We discuss comics and puny minds are blown. We debate Marvel versus DC, Skeletor, X-Men, and Ron Weasley. Judge David slams down the gavel and cap dreams of Henry Cavill. It's a Geek Battle stream, nerd rage as we assemble our Geek Avengers team. Welcome to the Geek Battle party. We are the Justice League and our Batman is Marty. Say hello to Tim as movies are greenlit. Every new movie, Dev's already seen it. Xbox, Star Wars, and Star Riders. He-Man, Star Trek, and David loves spiders. We battle as Marvel and Disney loves Blink, and we try to crown the Geek of the Week. It's the Geek Battle Show. Welcome to the Geek Battleground, where we use the Force and the One Ring is found. Cap is wrong about Resident Evil 6, and everyone watch out, cause oh shit is thick. Gerald and Tim and Diz will try to win at the Geek Battle quiz. David and Dave will confuse their crew as they dive in the TARDIS of Doctor Who. Watch out now, we're full of hot takes. Johnny Courtney is garbage, but Red Dwarf is great. You love Sega, I love Nintendo, but in the Geek Battle, we are all friendos. Oh, it's a Geek Battle show. Oh, the Geek Battle show. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Geek Battle show.
And we are now live. So hello everyone and welcome. So guys, let's say a quick hello. There is a lot of stuff we've got to squeeze into the joyness that will be this time. But first things first, we have to say, we haven't said it in a little while, but well, it's not loading. Right.
You know what, Dave? One more time with feeling.
Okay, guys, we haven't said it in at least 5 seconds, but that didn't even work properly on my end. We'll try it one more time. Third time's the charm.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Right, okay, so my internet doesn't like me screen sharing or multi-streaming or something. But anyway, Nick, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
Good. Do you have a random geek trivia fact for us?
Yes. I don't know it, but I have one.
Okay, sure. Good. Speaking of people that don't have one, let's see. Oh, God, am I even going to try this? I might give up. I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up. This is just dire now.
Hi! Oh my God, hi!
There you go. All we can do. Wait, shit, we lost Tim in the process of that.
I don't have Woody. I'm going to leave and come back. He's going to leave and come back.
Okay. Gosh, this is the worst start, tech-wise, of all time. Right, say hello to the people, Dave.
Well, hello to the people. My name is Dave MC, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. My geek fact of the day is we know that Tom Baker was the longest-serving Doctor for Doctor Who, doing it for 7 years. However, there is also a companion who was the longest-serving companion, doing a total of 116 episodes from 1966 to 1969. Fraser Hines playing Jamie McCrimmon first featuring in The Highlanders and ending in The Two Doctors.
Wow.
Actually, I do have a sideways Doctor Who fact. As my
Okay.
geek
Oh,
fact-
hang on. Let's just appreciate Dave's fact for just a brief moment. No, that is interesting. And I don't get why the only problem with the companion staying a long time is it definitely ages the Doctor, whereas they could say like in between episodes he's aged like 50 years. But if they've got the same companion, then we know that they haven't. But Nick, what was your thought?
So Rose Tyler, who is my favorite Doctor Who companion,
She's my
apparently
16th favorite Doctor.
is oh yeah, that's right. She does become a doctor technically.
Maybe.
I know her from the movie Uncle Buck. No, that was her mother. I'm sorry. Who plays Rose's mother?
Jackie Tyler.
Yeah,
So
I know her
Yes.
from the movie Uncle Buck.
Jackie Tyler's in Uncle Buck.
Not Uncle Buck, King Ralph.
Oh my god.
Why
Not
does
King
this?
Ralph.
Why does
So we've gone from Billy Piper to Jackie Tyler to somebody else now.
to
Nick,
two
your
random
fact
John
keeps
Candy
changing.
movies?
No, Uncle Buck is not John Candy. I mean, Uncle Buck is John Candy. King Ralph is
John Candy, isn't it?
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. I'd swear, King Ralph is a John Candy movie. Who is it if it's not?
I think it's Uncle Buck. I think it's John Candy.
I think it's John Candy.
Yeah.
No, it is John Goodman.
Oh shit, is it? Oh, you're right. Oh yeah,
Like
you
the
were
geek
right. You're right.
It's hijacked, I
And
think.
you know,
Ah.
Cool's also.
And the thing that's a shame about that is because they're just two big guys called John who do comedy. But you are right. Okay, Nick, you get a bonus point.
What?
Right.
Wait, what? So I don't get a fact for the fact, and Nick gets it for hijacking my fact.
Yeah, but then he corrected my misinformation.
How did what
I
are the
thought
rules
the whole
of
fact
this?
was
This never works.
misinformation.
It never works in my favor anymore. This,
They
no.
do, Dave. They do. Right. Okay.
No,
Now, anyway, Tim, say hello to the people.
Can we do a Geek Battle?
Hello to the people. My geek fact of the week is: did you know that Nick Cage was an actor even in the early '80s and the late '80s, and he acted with such famous movie stars as Cher. In that movie, Cher and Nick Cage both try and have a New York Italian accent and fall in love with each other. This movie is called Moonstruck. I had a hard time really feeling their chemistry, but it was a funny romantic comedy.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I may have seen that film. Okay, Capelthave, say hello to the people.
Hail from the land of leopards, elephants, and crocodiles. It's me, Capel Dave. So, switching to 40k once more, talking about Dave's most favorite faction, the Necrons, not the Tau. Nobody likes the Tau. Necrons, actually, in the old days, they were just, a ploy to the Terminator. They were just, robots in space. They want to terminate you. But now they've actually grown into more colorful characters. And weirdly, in the grim darkness of the universe, these guys are the most humanist characters that you'll come across. For example, there's a Necron called Xandrak, who is very good at, fighting. He's a great general, but he doesn't realize that he's a robot, or he does. He's just having fun with it anyways. So if he comes to your world, he will fight you, and he will invite you to dinner, and he will have lunch with you, even though he cannot eat. He cannot digest food. There's nothing going down, but he will have dinner with you. He's also very merciful. He will have, questions, and he will honor duels with you and things like that. But he is, of course, robot. There is some cases where this character was inspired by a grandfather who is going through dementia. So the writer could be hinting that. But the Necrons in general, as they woke up from their slumber 1,000 years later, their mental things are not really good. There's also another example, Trazen the Infinite, who basically a museum curator of the 40k universe who just goes around, yoinks everything from all the factions so he can put them in his gallery.
Okay, well there we go. I was with you to some degree. So they can't actually eat food.
No.
That's
Nope.
crazy.
Question though. If they're the most humanist, why do so many of them don't have souls and are sort of slaved to the generals?
They are so in Necrons in general. The higher you are, like in rankings, because the people or the beings that turn them into robots, who basically took
Yeah.
their consciousness and then put them into robots, they cheaped out on the normal Necrons. They only made the expensive robot stuff that captures the personality of a person for the highest ranking members of the Necrons, and they didn't really do that to all the Necrons. Like your average Joe from the Necron street didn't get that quality gear. So he's basically, I'm a slave that will do whatever you want. It goes far as to show that Trazen, like the infinite guy, he can basically project his consciousness to any Necron he chooses and then warp them into himself, as long as they're lower class.
Okay, Nick.
Why must everything with Necrons be about class? Eviscerate the
Because they're a feudal society, Nick.
eviscerate the proletarians and the billionaire class.
Well, anyway, I don't know. Right, so we're going to move on because this is a day I thought that we'd all be waiting for to discuss on the show.
Which is?
I broke the news in our group chat last night, and I thought I'd get a happier response from Cabblethave in particular. But it is now official. The Mummy returns. So they're making a new Mummy, continuing the old series with Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, reuniting for a Mummy 24 years later.
Yay!
I am both scared and intrigued.
What?
I think it's going to be good.
I really suspected it will be. I mean, what I'm guessing is it's going to be most likely a passing of the torch movie, which they tried to do in Mummy 3, where Rick kind of passed on his stuff to his son, which really didn't work out because the actor
the Mummy 3?
Yes.
people did watch and they were,
You know, watch the Mummy 2.
Yeah, I saw it.
I basically don't. I think I saw it once, but I don't think it did anywhere near as well, did it?
No.
The movie takes place in China, right?
Yeah,
it was
it was Jet Li, wasn't it? That was the Mummy.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, like, that's the movie that actually broke Brendan Fraser. The injury that he had on that movie is the one that actually made him lose his shape, because afterwards he couldn't really work out and do a lot of stuff with it, because like his back was kind of broken by doing the stunt in that movie. And afterwards, afterwards you actually saw the decline of Brendan Fraser's body. Mental problems come in with like the other situation that he went through.
Sure.
But yeah,
Cat. It's a film. He wasn't really stabbed by Jet Li as a mummy.
no, so Brendan Fraser even opened up about this. So he kind of started doing some stunts, but involuntarily, because so the whole thing of him started doing stunts is where the director actually asked him, like, hey Brendan, can you do this? And he was so nice enough, he didn't want to say no, so he said yes. And then afterward, the trend continued until he actually broke his back.
Do you know what? Like the amount of injury. I'll share a personal story. The amount of injuries you can get doing like acting and stuff in character. I did a site-specific play, which was set like in Victorian kind of era times, Jack the Ripper kind of vibe. Different characters, not Jack the Ripper based. And I was playing the villain, and it was like a reveal that I was the bad guy at the end. And another actor was meant to, we'd worked out the stage combat, I'd choreographed it, and he was meant to like grab me by the arm, grab me round the back of the neck, and as part of this sequence, you grab the person's arm there, so that it looks like they've got you like this, but you've got your hand there, and you put your chin down, and this guy grabbed me too early. I couldn't lock this in, so I was fully just got around the neck. It was outside because it's site specific, wet conditions. I did not have any footing, so I was dangling, and I was like, get off, like this kind of thing. and it just seemed like it was my
Step
character.
up.
It seemed like it was my character, and it was genuinely a scary moment because I'm like, either I'm going to be choked out or it's going to break my neck, but unless I can get my feet planted and not slip on this ground, because the thing was because he grabbed me early, I wasn't up on my feet, and because he was pulling me up on my feet, I was being strangled. So bad stuff can happen. Bad stuff can happen.
What's your safe word, Bastansky?
The safe word is don't do that again. Right. Nick.
So I will attest that the only good Brendan Fraser movie is called With Honors, and it's only because it has Joe Pesci, and it's a movie featuring Brendan Fraser as the lead and Joe Pesci as the second lead. But I will say that is the best Brendan Fraser movie.
Wow. So hang on, you say that's the best Brendan, but a second ago you said the only good Brendan Fraser. I did not realize you were a hater.
I hate Brendan Fraser. He has not done anything good in his
Get
career.
out!
Wow. That's
You've never seen
crazy.
Airheads?
I'm sorry, McDave. Did I just break you?
I would request that Nick's comment should be stricken from the record.
Yes.
Name one other good Brendan Fraser movie.
What?
George of the Jungle. The
No,
Mummy.
George of
The
the
Mummy.
Jungle sucks. George of the Jungle does suck.
George of the Jungle was great. George of the Jungle 2 sucks.
No, George of the Jungle
Yeah.
feels like they
Which
filmed
one
a
is it?
stage play. It's so low budget. Right. I'll give that.
George of the Jungle. There's also
So what? Okay,
Improv, which is
hang
a
on,
very
hang on. I'm going to be
underrated
looking
film,
to. If Rob was on this show, he'd have this whole conversation with me because we've had it a dozen times. So Nick or Tim, I'll rely on my American friends here to know this. There's a movie with Brendan Fraser which is called, in the UK they called it California Man, but it's called something else in the
Encino
state.
Man.
What's it called, Nick?
Encino Man.
Encino Man, yeah. Where he's like
Yeah.
frozen in time.
Oh god. Oh,
And what's that
for
other
the-
one where he's frozen in time where Christopher Walken is his dad and he comes out of a bomb shelter?
I need to apologize
that's
because I forgot that Brendan Fraser was an Encino Man.
Encino Man is great.
Nick,
Encino Man is
I'm gonna
great.
leave you with this.
California Man is also great. Same movie.
Right. Okay, hang on. So
Nick, I'm
what
gonna
is
leave you
that
with
film
this.
that I'm thinking of, guys? Where there's...
I know which one you're talking about. It's like he's in a bomb shelter.
Yeah.
He stays there for 20 years, 20, 30 years, and he thinks it's still the same age.
yeah, so
He's-
he goes like...
naive.
Yeah, Christopher Walken thinks like, the Russians are gonna like drop a nuclear bomb, so he builds a bomb shelter. Something happens where they dive into the bomb shelter and they think that Blast from the Past. Yeah, that is an incredible movie.
Oh, that movie sucks ass, dude. I will fight you on that movie.
Wow.
I will give you Encino Man, but I will not give you Blast from the Past. I
Okay.
will not give you Movie for a
Nick,
thousand.
I want to say something about Encino Man, and this is the only quote I remember from any Brendan Fraser movie. He says in Spanish, "The cheese is old and moldy. I have to go to the bathroom." And there's a character who takes that as like, I have to break up with this person because you're right. This person ain't right for me. So he goes back to Brendan Fraser. He's like, "Thank you for saying that to me." But of course,
He
Encino
didn't
Man
know.
said it in Spanish. That's all
Yeah.
you've heard.
There's also a movie called Bedazzled, which is a remake of
I
a
like that
film.
film.
Sucks.
Yeah, that film was awesome.
I
That,
like that
was
film.
really underrated.
That movie is hot trash.
Okay, so but like here is my observation about Brendan Fraser, who's in his revived career, he was like nominated, like was it The Whale or something where he was nominated for an Oscar and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
this.
So there was a film, I think Rob is the one who told about it. This is a film he did with like Matt Damon, which is like a very serious film. I think it's like he's playing. I don't know.
I think
He's
that's more
calling
recent,
somebody who's like. No, not recent. This is like a very old film. Like just Google Brendan Fraser Matt Damon movie and you'll probably end up with it. That has like some good credits to it. I'm not really sure if he got any awards for it, but that's a very serious one. He did serious film early on in careers, but like he only became famous after George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
It is old. You're right. Wow.
Takes place in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
I'm surprised,
Ooh.
Cap, you've seen a film that hasn't got memes of it.
Nah,
Shout out to y'all.
it's a Brendan Fraser film. Also,
Hello,
okay,
Jeff.
you can fight me on.
Hello.
Okay, you can fight me on this. The Looney Tunes back in action is way better than Space Jam.
Oh no, it's
As a
not.
Looney
I'm
Tunes.
not gonna fight you on this. You know what? Because the best Matthew Lillard scene in history, where Shaggy was arguing with Matthew Lillard
Yes.
about how badly he was portrayed in the movie.
If WB actually had a cinematic universe, that film is it. And even
I have
as
good news for you.
yes,
For people that have seen it, Coyotes Attack Me is like that.
Yeah.
that's what I want. That's what I want.
Well, anyway, guys, I am excited for. I hope this actually does go ahead, where they do make this new Mummy movie, and I hope it isn't just simply a passing of the torch film, because they always go that route, and they could have his kid in it and still be important, but his character Rick,
But
whatever,
still
should
question
be
though, like
important.
how is Rick O'Connell gonna be doing action stuff? Because like that was Rick O'Connell's thing.
Marvel training.
Oh, easy.
Oh,
Just go to Taken 3. Just go to Taken 3 and watch Liam Neeson hop a fence in like 5 different cuts.
yeah. Oh my God, Tim. That movie has got more cuts in it than I've ever seen in anything in my life.
It's just Liam Neeson's like being a Jedi Knight a little too late, you know. And, oh, I can do this. Like, oh,
Well, do you know
I've got some more
the one that got me, and so, I only saw this film once, so someone could say that there's some reason this isn't quite justified. But when Netflix did the new Beverly Hill Cop movie, and you see Eddie Murphy, who kind of doesn't ever age, right? But then you see he cannot run 3 feet in that movie. Like, he cannot move at all. And it's just like, they have him, suddenly he's just like in the car and stuff like this. It's like, there needs to be lots of like, he can get, they can CGI Brendan Fraser onto the horse. The horse can do the heavy lifting, and they could just do it this way.
It's gonna. I mean, like, I'm fine with like if Brendan Fraser takes a more of a fatherly role to the son. I just want the son to be anything other than the replacements that we had so far in movies. Cough, Ray. Cough, cough. The new Marvel characters. Cough. Any sort of new character.
Well, yeah. This is what I don't like. Even look at the most recent Indiana Jones film. Well, even the last 2. It was like, here's Shia LaBeouf. And it's like, well... Then that went so well that when they made the new Indiana Jones film, they were just like, Shia LaBeouf is dead, right?
Yeah.
Which I thought was a bad choice. I thought that was a bad choice. You shouldn't have done that to Indiana Jones's character. You should just say he's somewhere else in the world. But what I want from this movie, more than anything in the world, is the ending of it just to be something about the Scorpion King returning and that The Rock is there. But what I really want them to do is when they see something just about, they look at a scroll and it says something about the Scorpion King, and suddenly Brendan Fraser seems traumatized, flashback. And someone's like, what is it? And the flashback comes up and they fix the CGI. Wouldn't that be awesome? Literally the old footage, fixed CGI, new Rock. Done.
And this is a wild idea, get rid of the CGI and actually have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson be the Scorpion King.
Yeah, no, that's what I
which is
mean.
what they originally wanted to fucking do.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely what I mean. You just get the old scene and you film The Rock and you just splice him into it.
Well, here's the problem.
The Rock is going through
career.
weird transformation lately.
Well, yeah, he is. He lost weight for a movie because he thought The Smashing Machine was going to win him an Oscar, which it might, but no one went to see it, so he is doing some heavy roids now, I promise you. Nick?
The problem with the Scorpion King being in the Mummy 17 or whatever the fuck we're talking about is that The Rock now has a career and a bunch of money.
No, he doesn't have a career. He just did Smashing
No, he doesn't have a bunch
Machine
of
and it
money.
flopped.
Well, he does have a bunch of money.
Yeah, of course but he'd want to do that. That's absolutely the kind of thing that makes him money. Look,
To be fair, Nick,
in the Moana movie, he wore a bodysuit to still look ripped. He's gonna be up for doing this.
To be fair, Nick, I think your bad hatred over Brendan Fraser kind of built The Rock's career, because as long as when Brendan Fraser was the one who's doing these adventure movies in the early 2000s, after he stopped, The Rock kind of took over all the roles that Brendan
We'll point out one thing that you guys aren't aware about. I love The Rock but he was The Rock and his millions.
Where it was The Rock and John Cena and nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, here's a
I,
chart.
I was going to call you a candy ass, Nick, but then I stopped.
Okay, hang on. What's Tim got for us?
Famous, Rock, Brendan Fraser. Brendan Fraser's going down, Rock's going up. As your hate is the reason Dwayne Johnson is famous. Did you see that?
No, okay, so
chart?
Wow.
I got nothing. I'm done.
Dev.
All right, I'm sorry. That's your.
I
that's your
can actually reveal something, and Dwayne Johnson will probably sue me for this, but fuck it. So
Oh damn.
So during filming, Brendan Fraser kept getting injuries, racking up to the point where he couldn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
And the divorce also affected his mental health. So, because of his injuries and roles, because of his injuries and divorce, he had to turn down a lot of movies. And and The Rock was a scumbag, because what he did was he instructed his manager to look for roles Brendan Fraser turned down and applied for all of them. And this is fact.
Whoa.
Like, this is actual fact. He literally took.
See
Brendan
what
Fraser's
you
roles.
did, Nick. You were his manager, weren't you?
Ruthless.
Look,
Absolutely ruthless.
Yeah.
I can actually confirm that, because that was fucked up.
See, he was his manager.
And I remember hearing those stories.
Yeah.
Because he was annoyed that he outshone him in The Mummy, and that's why he was petty and decided to do that to Brendan Fraser.
Hang on. I've just got a call from Dwayne Johnson's. He says this is libelous, and he denies all of this. I don't know where that could be somewhat true, but I think
That was all allegedly. He allegedly got all the calls from Brendan Fraser.
why would The Rock be annoyed when he got his big break in The Mummy 2 in a minor role,
Yeah,
which then
before
led to
that, he
him
was
having
assumed.
a leading role in the follow-up? That makes absolutely no sense.
Because he wanted more. He wanted to be a part of the. He didn't want to be part of the spin-off. He wanted to be part of the actual franchise, like the Mummy franchise. And Brendan Fraser, still outshone him, and Rock's ego was like.
But
hurt.
the next movie was The Scorpion King, and then the next Mummy movie bombed. Like, The Rock should be pretty happy. He did, like...
No. So, compared to Scorpion King, The Mummy 3 did well. Scorpion King is the one that did not do well when it first came out.
Yeah, I looked this up. It over doubled its budget, for a spin-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't do that badly.
It did well, but Mummy 3 did better.
Yeah, but look,
And
so
The Rock
The Rock's
wanted
been
to-
down this road, more than once. Look at Hobbs and Shaw. It didn't do Fast and Furious numbers.
I would say I
Again.
can see this being a thing, because we do know that Rock has a big ego, and he literally has in his contract he can't lose a fight to anybody. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so The Scorpion King had a budget of 60 million. It made 178 million, which is basically tripling its budget.
And then the Mummy, Mummy
That's
3.
considered
Mummy 3?
correct.
Let's find the Mummy 3. But The Scorpion King is 2002. And so the Mummy
2002?
3 the Mummy 3 was, I think, a fair bit later. Let's find
But again, it's
Dragon's
appropriate that you brought
Emperor.
up Hobbs and
Wasn't
Shaw
until
because
2008. It was 6 years later. I think The Rock had done a shitload of other stuff then.
it's appropriate that you brought up Hobbs and Shaw because he had the exact same problem
Yeah.
there.
Well, no,
Because he wanted to be-
he definitely had the thing there. So The Mummy 3, $145 million budget, only made $405 million, which is a little under tripling its budget. So, but by 2000, by 2008, when they did The Mummy 3, The Rock was just about he was kind of dipping a little bit, but he was on the verge of getting into G.I. Joe 2.
The Rock,
Escape. What was it? The thing about Journey to the Center of the Earth 2. Fast and Furious 5.
So David, I think Fast and Furious 6 is where he actually made bank. That's where like The Rock is like became like The Rock in the movie world. But also Journey 2 is also a very big hit, and where people were thinking, where's Brendan Fraser? There's not even a cameo of him in the film. But then that's where it actually took off for him. Before that, he was doing movie with like Anna Sophia Robb, like Race to Witch Mountain and things like that. His career was not that great in the early 2000s, but then after Fast and Furious and Journey 2, he became the man.
Was it Jungle Cruise also like a hit for The Rock?
Jungle Cruise?
Yeah.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Disney movie with Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is also another adventure movie. Probably Brendan Fraser would have starred in if Nick didn't hate him.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite story about that was The Rock and Emily Blunt were actually skippers on the Jungle Cruise in Disneyland, like for an entire week after the movie came out in theaters, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know, Journey 2 wasn't until 2012, so
when was Fast and Furious
10
6?
years
I think
after
it's
The Mummy. Right. Okay, anyway, go on, Dev. I want to change our direction in a moment, though, just because it's a few other things.
No, so do I. I wanted to change direction because you just reminded me with your shirt.
My shirt?
I don't know if we talked about it.
They go for it.
But
Cobra Kai.
Zola, like Miguel from Cobra Kai, has been cast in the live-action One Piece show.
Yes.
What has Cholo Madrigal been cast at?
Jolo has been cast as Ace, Luffy's brother in One Piece.
Oh, very cool. I follow Sholo. He is very big in the Magic the Gathering. So that's a lot of Magic videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, I actually wanted the.
But yeah, that was it. And what was the next topic?
I also want to ask Dev, like, isn't the Blue Beetle actors also from Cobra Kai, right?
Yeah.
I'll go into Marvel because they start filming. They've started like and showing more of the Spider-Man filming, and like they're teasing more stuff with additional characters and such. Like they're trying to tease who Sadie Sink's character will be. It may be either Mary Jane or Jean Grey.
I think it'd be more interesting if she's Jean Grey, because it would be like, oh, so there's Mary Jane and MJ. And it's just like, well, what's the deal there? Because all these time we've just thought, oh, she is the Mary Jane of that universe.
Mm.
So I don't think she should be.
Wait. So Zendaya is a cut? Is she cut off the film?
No,
also,
MJ.
like, isn't she? So hang on. Imagine if you are Zendaya, right? And it's like, well, yeah, I'm this universe's Mary Jane, and and look at that, and now we're actually dating or married or whatever. And wait, you're now bringing in someone who replaces me on screen, who looks more like the character that I was meant to be playing, and now she's going to be the love interest. I would bitch slap Sadie Sink out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe if I was Zendaya.
I mean, to be fair, it would have been like if they brought her as Gwen Stacy or even Black Cat. I think it would have made more sense.
Jean Grey works. Do it. Do Jean Grey, because imagine. So a Spider-Man film is going to be huge. They always are, usually. Andrew Garfield dropped the ball a little bit, to be fair. But so
this movie was awesome, and you know it.
But they take a almost guaranteed hit as long as they don't, completely cock it up. That's a great place to really introduce a major X-Men character, so they can then do X-Men, and then people are already familiar with. And here's Jean Grey, played by the girl from Stranger Things, who everyone likes. That's a smart move. If she's MJ, Why is if she's Mary Jane? Why is Mary Jane turning up in the next Avengers movie? It's like, oh, as Spider-Man's girlfriend that will have a 1-second cameo. It doesn't even make sense.
Who's playing Jean Grey?
No, we're saying it might be Sadie Sink, who is Max in Stranger Things.
Okay.
Dev.
Also, there's one. Speaking of Jean Grey, there's one 2000s X-Men actor confirmed not to be in Doomsday,
Oh,
and that's Famke Janssen.
Who?
Jean Grey.
Oh, okay.
She said that like Marvel never approached her.
That's
Marvel didn't want her in the
crazy.
movie.
Why would they not do that? Okay, so in fact, storyline wise, did she when they did X-Men 3, did her character get killed, and did she then come back in any of the later ones?
Yes and yes.
No,
She did get killed, but she did return.
Yes, because Days of Future Past had Wolverine had messed with the timeline again.
You're right.
Well, remember also that Jean Grey is a Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She'll be Marvel Girl again. Which is one of her original names. She was called Marvel Girl.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Dave, you get a bonus point.
Pardon?
You get a bonus point.
Oh yeah, I finally earned my point. I'll go and celebrate.
Wow.
Right.
I didn't have to do that for you. I didn't have to do that.
My question
remember
is,
like in the 90s cartoon.
Guys, I
she
can't hear you at once. Dave, go on.
You know where she in the 90s cartoon where she's wearing the green sort of super suit? That's her original costume when she was called Marvel Girl.
Oh, with the yellow mask and stuff.
Yeah, with the yellow mask and that.
so my question is this: when are they going to bring in the best mutant in X-Men history into the X-Men franchise overall?
Who?
Which one?
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
Fuck off,
Fun fact. No, fun fact. I'm gonna make Nick really happy or sad. There was a Squirrel Girl show coming in 2020, but it was cancelled.
No! No!
Yes,
I fucking love Squirrel Girl.
No!
Get your trash off.
I
Hold on.
hate
I'm
Squirrel
gonna
Girl!
make Nick really happy. I'm gonna make Nick really happy. Hold on.
Tim, you were going to say something.
Yes. Did Squirrel Girl at one time beat Thanos?
Yes.
How?
Okay. Do you remember? Anyone remember the Dragonlance Chronicles? Has anyone read those books?
No.
Squirrel Girl's defeat of Thanos reminds me of the same like just magical object that kills and slays this giant demon, and the blade was called Rabbit Slayer. And I love that this like little thing tickles this god's foot and the god just dies. I love the idea of Squirrel Girl being like squirrels, and then Thanos just fucking gets his ass kicked. Sorry.
Well, you know what Squirrel Girl's superpower actually is? The power of distraction. ADD is Squirrel Girl's friend.
No, it's not. I have ADHD and I hate fucking Squirrel Girl.
Yes, you know why? You see a squirrel, you go, squirrel?
No, when I see a squirrel, I literally destroy them with this. Like, if you've seen my Red Dead Redemption 2 streams, every time I see a squirrel, I must stop and annihilate it with a shotgun. 2 barrels, gone.
What? So you just hate all squirrels?
I hate squirrels.
What about Conker?
Even Alvin and the Chickmunks?
Well, they're chipmunks.
And the chipmunk.
They're chipmunks.
It's in their name.
They're all fuzzy.
To a fine paste and feed it to some ducks.
Wait. What about? But we've gone over this. Conker the squirrel. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Conker's not real.
You're a squirrel girl.
Yeah. That really. Where's the squirrels in Red Dead? So I don't think that holds up.
It's kind of like Doctor Doom is weak to squirrels.
You know why? Because you're so cute and cuddly, goddammit.
I am Doctor Doom. And one bad day away from being Doctor Doom, Nick. Do not test my patience.
Tim?
It's like Tom Bombadil in The Ring of Power, you know? Like, in the first, he's just like, I don't know what I'd do with it. You know, I'd probably leave it somewhere and then not care. You know? It's just like this it doesn't have, it's this weak thing that just doesn't have any power over it. You know? I love it. I love the Sorry, I could go on and on about the small person.
Although I gotta say one thing, Tim, you making Dave just have a small panic attack and be the angriest human being on the planet. Just
No, I think it's more like a
Dave.
invaded temple just create, like you can see this pulsing vein.
Like someone gets me angry, I grow a new hair on my mustache.
Did you just put on purple pants, Dave? That was amazing. I thought I saw your skin turn green.
I'm not the Hulk, I'm Dr. Doom.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, by the way, every doctor that is not David Tennant sucks. I went there.
What about Strange?
Ignore that, please. I do not want to have another half an hour conversation of Doctor Who.
Okay, so there's what about Doctor Strange, Doctor Reed Richards, Doctor Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
What about my primary care physician? All right, that's not they got a doctor.
What about fucking
What about Dr.
Dr.
House?
Doolittle?
What about Dr.
I'll
House?
be honest.
Yeah.
I've only ever met probably one doctor in real life who didn't suck, so I will go with that idea. But
The best doctor in cinema and TV is Dr. Evil.
okay, Dev, you had your hand up for a while.
Yeah, so going back to the Squirrel Girl thing, because
no.
basically,
Yes.
so there was going to be a New Warriors show in the year 2020, and the pilot was filmed, and the AT&T girl, but for the Americans I would know, was playing Squirrel Girl, and I posted a picture of her in the Facebook group chat for Geek Battle.
Ugh, well, I'll see if I can bring it up, but that's a real pain with the goddamn slow StreamYard problems. Oh my gosh. Oh, hang on, wait. I don't want to bring this up full thing.
Non-sponsor.
Right, so let's see if I can just bring this up on the page. So this is the Squirrel Girl from what?
The cancelled New Warriors TV show.
Well, there you go. So what is Squirrel Girl's powers? Because look at that bushy tail. Couldn't you just set her on fire?
She can talk to squirrels.
And?
No, I'm sure it's setting fire to some people's imaginations.
Nick.
I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what? That's awesome. I'm sad that the opportunity.
Tim, when you said that, I could not. When you said that, I could not unsee the creepy smile from Nick. So that's where we must go.
Okay, so guys,
I'm trying to do it from like a space of like, I should be like healthy masculinity, but part of me is just looking at him like, oh man, guys are not going to treat this the right way.
well,
What I was finding out was Dave's comment that he put in our chat.
Some guys, not all guys.
Right now,
But
anyway.
I would say, in terms of whatever Marvel and DC are doing, I say turn down the clowning a bit. I
Yes.
clown a lot. I appreciate it, but I think they do need to turn down the clowning a lot when it comes to these superhero movies.
Yeah, I completely agree. They hit the point where they found a few things where people were like, oh, the Spider-Man movie is kind of like a teen comedy. Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy was just a comedy. Oh, Thor, it was just a wacky comedy. And now everything's just filled with silliness here and there.
I think the meta humor is off control. If there's like a one character who delivers some meta lines, it's digestible. But you keep seeing that everywhere. Your brand is like, so you do not want to have any sort of stakes in this world at all.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like case in point, just Marvel Zombies. The amount of like stupid lines in that was crazy. But anyway, Dave, you were gonna say.
No, I was going to say, like, it's like, yeah, I agree. It's like if you had the like meta humor, like Kat was saying, going off that point, like if by some miracle or some happenstance they did the Clone Saga for Spider-Man, and they used the line like the fact that we don't know which one is the clone. They go, oh, this sounds like a bad comic book plot because the Clone Saga was actually hated by comic book fans. That would actually make sense, but a lot of the comedy just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Totally good.
you remember when the when Winter Soldier came out, I remember having a conversation with my mom about it, and I'm like, "Oh, you'll like this movie because it's just like a suspense
Spy thriller.
movie with superheroes.
Mm.
You know, it's not. You can follow the superhero plot about it, or you can just say it's just a regular like film noir movie that just happens to have a guy with super strength, Captain America, and Scarlet Witch, a Black Widow. You know,
Tim.
I like Winter Soldier because I think that it had like there's moments where there was comedy, but I think it came from the personalities of the characters. Like I remember Colby, I don't know, the girl, the lady from
Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. She's like being the dispatch officer, and these guys are barging in the room, and she's like pow pow, and then she just goes back to it. And, like it's that like confidence that brings the humor. Or when Anthony Mackie and Chris Evans are running around the lake, like that comedy felt good. I wanted to bring up Thunderbolts because I thought Thunderbolts had some decent
I've not
moments.
seen it yet.
Like there is a character, and there are moments where it does feel meta, and it does feel a little like it kind of breaks the narrative quality by throwing in jokes at times where it's like,
what I don't like is where they've reached to is like the end of Thunderbolts. This is no major spoiler. Don't worry about this part as a spoiler. They're like, we're the new Avengers, and they're like, oh yeah, but Anthony, there's no spoiler, right? They literally advertised it and confused their own marketing the day it came out, but they were like, oh, but Anthony Mackie's copyrighted the term Avengers. It's like, well, it'll be Avengers with a Z. And it's just like, what? It's like, that you're meant to be saving the world. Why are these characters worried about their branding? It's just like, this is where I feel like the characters have gone too far.
Yeah, I guess it does reflect on, like, personal branding is more important now than ever, but like
more important than just saving the world, right? You know what I mean?
That's the thing, is like that universe, they're trying to mimic it, and it's like making fun of the branding with the Z.
But I think that, like, in a world of like superheroes and things like that, they become real. Like superhero team names becomes real. Like a lot of cartoon episodes explore this. When you get like the Justice League, and then there's a government that starts his own superhero team. There's tension between the two. You can actually do very interesting stories with these kinds of stuff. But again, that's not the direction where I don't think the movies are going, and I don't think they can, because again, episodic storytelling is much more different than when you're doing it in a movie. So, I mean, like, I didn't pay much attention to it. I just all that knew that, like, okay, Disney is not sure what direction to go with. They're not sure if the Thunderbolt's gonna be a hit or the new Captain America movie's gonna be a hit. So we'll just call them both the new Avengers and see who comes out, and we'll carry on from there.
Yeah, and Thunderbolts, part of the thing is how Elaine from Seinfeld like markets the team. Like that, she has ways of like, her character has ways of getting the interrupting the team's dynamic to push the agenda that they are the Avengers, and like that part was cool. But when they do the Avengers with the Z at the end, it kind of takes that out of context. It makes it meta.
Dev.
So I'll make Cap really happy here. In Doomsday, they're gonna address that. It's too interesting. They're gonna address it in Doomsday, and I feel that in Thunderbolts, the reason that all these jokes happen and all these like Avengers with a Z thing is that character's whole character is a human dad joke. Everything he says is a dad joke.
Which character?
Yeah, the Red Guardian.
Red Guardian. Ugh. Oh my god, did you hear? Okay, hang on. I want to change the topic here. Guys, just as a heads up, I've probably got about 15 minutes before I have to wrap this show today, unfortunately. A little bit early. We usually go a tiny bit longer than that. But I thought this was a fake headline. So David Harbour, who plays Red Guardian, also plays Jim Hopper in Stranger Things. And I saw a headline yesterday that Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11 in Stranger Things, is suing him or had a restraining order or something against him. Now, the story when you read it was very clear that it was not a sexual pervy sort of thing, but about might be a bullying or harassment. I think it was harassment sort of thing. What the hell? Isn't that the craziest?
As a kid?
Yeah. What?
As
the
a
hell?
kid?
Well, like she was a kid. Like I'm gonna guess that whatever this problem is must have come up during the filming of this last season of Stranger Things. Because if I was Millie Bobby Brown plays 11, and like there was a problem before the final season, I'd be like, I guess Jim Hopper's dying this season. I'd be like, because I ain't coming back, and you need me more than you need him, right? So, and it said that they had to have like someone on set with them the whole time. Isn't that just a wild story? Like, I'd like to know what the rest of the details there are. But I was genuinely sad to hear that, because obviously the dynamic between them is like father and daughter kind of thing. But
yeah, I'm the same, mate. Because I saw the headline as well, but because I've seen a lot of these like fake headlines popping up on like Facebook and YouTube and that, I just completely brushed it over because I'm like, well, it's just another fake story. But now that you've said that, I actually want to go and have a look at it.
Well, I'll see if I can quickly bring it up. Hopefully.
Right now.
I don't think it's fake, basically, because I did look it up and it was like everywhere, right? It was like this wasn't just some Facebook headline. So let's see.
I'll actually tell this one. The one I had 2 days ago was Marvel's most controversial information has now been leaked to the public. I went, oh my god, what is it? What is it? And it was like, oh, the fact that the original Hulk didn't want to come back because of a contract issue.
Oh, okay. So
I think you're like 10 years or so too late to give me that information.
Link, David.
Sorry?
I'm sending you a link right now.
Okay, well, I've just got a link here. So it says David Harbour reflects on Millie Bobby Brown's Stranger Things claim. So we'll see what it is. But this is a genuine story in as much as it was everywhere. Now, he might just say, oh, there was nothing. Well, I'll see if it loads. And it says, but this is his side, and if she's made the accusations, it doesn't mean that what he then says is fine. But let's just, I'll quickly bring it up. I'm sure it won't be anything. This is The Standard, which you can't really trust. It's a newspaper. But he said he's spoken out, filed complaint against him, alleging bullying and harassment during the production of the final season. Blah, blah, blah. Pages and pages of allegations. That's what I read. Declined to comment. Speaking this, let's see what he says. Gosh, where's it going to say what his response is? They're all pretty good kids, he said. If that's the quote, right? One of the real business, blah 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 blah. Controlling particular passion and storytelling for art. It's your voice. Look, yeah, this is a nonsense story. He hasn't responded to it.
He wants to record her lines in her own studio on her own time, then be in the scene with him.
Wait, so it'd always be nice if these things work themselves out. But like when you hear that the X-Files, Mulder and Scully didn't get along, you know, you hear like going way back in time. There was the British sitcom. I'm sure Dave, you may be the only person here that vaguely has a chance. You've heard of Steptoe and Son?
Yeah.
They hated each other and they're playing father and son. Oh yeah, Dev, of course, you probably know it as well. But like, so this does happen, and some people end up just feeling like, well, we've got to work together because, you know, we don't have a choice.
They were professional.
Yeah. But, you know, if you're a voiceover, you could just be like, you record yours, I'll record mine.
Yeah.
Do it that way. You know. Anyway, anyone got anything else major they want to bring up or discuss? Because we're going to have to start to head towards the end now. Dev.
I want to quickly clarify what's going on with the Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen situation.
Yeah.
Is that Haley Steinfeld recently announced her engagement, and the actress, so the actor for Miles Morales, has been like acting weird about it, like possessive and like.
Well, did they were they ever a couple?
I don't know if they were a couple, but
no, I think
like,
Haley's
the actor's
married.
because she got engaged, the actor's being weirder and weirder. ever since she got engaged. So that's why they want to keep it separate.
She wasn't that feeling that weird when she with Michael B. Jordan though. She was fine with him.
No. Because she got engaged, the act for Miles Morales was getting weirder and weirder. That's why they didn't want to be separated.
Good night, guys.
See you, Nick.
Nick.
Okay, yeah, go on, Dave.
No, I was going to bring it to Doctor Who thing. So there's been an article that's been put out about why Disney have cut the deal with Doctor Who. Why they're not doing it. There's the whole marketing problem with them, so it wasn't marketed very well on Disney Plus for a wider audience. And you like this? This is right. So there's a reason Ncuti Gatwa left. This is another plethora of excuses why Ncuti Gatwa left. Are you ready? Brace yourself. Get comfortable, guys, for this groundbreaking discovery. You ready? Here we go. The reason Ncuti Gatwa left is because now he's about 30 years old, but he left because bad knees.
Bad knees?
I am not kidding. He said, my knees hurt.
Do you know what? Half the job of playing the Doctor is running.
It could be.
The Doctor doesn't use weapons. He doesn't do hand-to-hand combat.
I mean, he's not Kamaru Usman. He can't, get into MMA still with this.
No, so like we were saying about this last week that it didn't do well on Disney, and then I couldn't believe that they did a deal to put new Doctor Who on Disney, but didn't make the deal to have access to the previous, even onward seasons, just to be like, here's so you can really get into it and be excited for the new episodes. It was just like you're doing, because obviously Disney would have therefore been involved in the David Tennant episodes from a couple of years ago. It's like you don't start with this is the 60th anniversary and then hope that a new fan base is just going to completely understand everything. You need. I would say,
as an international person, Doctor Who is something very difficult to get into. I would say the same thing for Star Trek. It's not an easy aesthetic to immerse yourself in, and even when it gets to like the best thing, the reason why, even with you guys, like I asked about, specific contained episodes, so I can at least, because like I really can't get into the overall narrative because like it's even like I didn't even care about these characters to begin with at the start, so it'll be hard for me to.
You can watch original, you can watch Next Gen, you can watch Voyager, you can watch any of the series out of order, and it would still be a good story. With Doctor Who, you kind of need to know the basics. As a Doctor is a Time Lord, these are Daleks, these are Cybermen, here's the Master.
And that's just, I'll come to you guys in a second with your hands up, but we'll just quickly add to it. That's why when they did the continuation in 2005, they had within the first episode someone being like, this person, he's mysterious, he seems to be across all of time. It seems like the title The Doctor is passed from father to son. They did things to make you understand. And they didn't just say, I've regenerated. He said, look at my ears. And then people who knew would understand it. But it felt like the beginning. And when they realised, wow, people are into this, and actually people do remember the history or are learning the history, they started adding more and more, but it got out of control. But anyway, Tim will come to you, then Dev will come to you, and then we may need to start to wrap this.
I guess if I wanted to watch Doctor Who, I'd want someone to share it with me. Like, one of you guys is obviously passionate about that show. What's your favorite episode to start with? All right, Disney picks 10 of those, right? The Doctor Who classics. Share this with your friends. Basically like watch parties or something. That'll get me into the greater lore, introduce me to different characters.
Tim, I would recommend this to you right now. Even before I got into Doctor Who, the only thing I would recommend is the Weeping Angels episode.
Blink.
That's like, just watch the Weeping. Yeah, just watch that one.
That is the easiest episode. That is the best example to show someone who doesn't know Doctor Who. Because very specifically, it's what they call a Doctor Light episode, where the Doctor's barely in it, and it's basically a standalone kind of horror story. And it's also, it is genuinely one of the best stories they ever told. It's got one of the best concepts and monsters, so it works.
And also good,
standalone.
and also good intro because like we getting the perspective from a person who do not know like whatever the heck is going on, and the Doctor is this like weird guy who's from like a different time giving you messages, and you kind of get like, I mean, like he was the first Doctor I got introduced to, and the David Tennant did a brilliant job even in those small takes in those TV shows. Oh, I want to know this character. I see seems like fun. So when I go to the next episode, it's nice to actually follow up on that character because I was already invested in that small tidbits I've seen of him, even though without knowing all the roles.
Okay, so guys, I am going to literally have to bounce in a minute. So Dev, because you had your hand up, let's hear what you've got.
Literally, the only thing that Disney had to do was for the 60th, cast Tom Hiddleston as the toy maker, and bring in like Amy Pond, and then like all the Marvel actors they could get, and have them in like the 60th episode.
Yeah, but even that.
Cast Henry Cavill as the Doctor.
They brought David Tennant back, and they still fucked it up.
Yeah.
No, but they want to get the Disney crowd into Doctor Who. That's how you do it. You shove it. You shove the actors into it.
Well, do you know? Yeah, like to be fair, it may have helped because when you think about the Shooty Gatwa series, they had a bigger budget than ever before, and they certainly didn't spend it. They certainly didn't spend that money on having more interesting sets. They didn't spend that money on having bigger names in it. Like they'd got what's his name that played Nightcrawler?
Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming. He was in it, and I think he'd been in Doctor Who previously, but they had him in it as a voiceover character. And it's like, I don't know that they had any other big names in it. Not that it should just be like, oh, it's Hollywood now, so now we're just going to bring in, big celebrities. But there is nothing about the last two series that looks bigger budget.
I think that's a good move where any sort of franchise you're introducing, get some well-liked celebrities and cast them in the role, because I think will be a good introduction.
They could have brought back Spider-Man because he was in Doctor Who.
True. Right, guys, I'm afraid I am going to have to bounce just because I've got to jump onto something else like in 1 minute's time. So, very quickly, like the very quick version, where can the people find you, Tim?
You can find me right here.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Dev?
You can find me on TikTok and Twitch on the name F3UDAT.
Amazing.
And go.
Okay, Dave.
YouTube and Twitch at Dave MC Gaming.
Cap.
SWAT deeds.
Love it. And I'm David Postansky.